If you're anything like me, you have like pretty high highs and pretty low lows, and they potentially happen like in the same day, or maybe they happen, high in a week and then a low in the week, whatever. I can go through both in the same day, multiple days in a row. It's actually rare for me to keep a consistent sort of median, middle of the road flow for longer than a week, I would say. I just kind of noticed today in the last little bit, like I've tried to like just take it upon myself to like make these videos when I feel like I feel like it, and I have a good idea, and I'm just gonna rant for a second. But I have noticed that when I'm in a good mood, like a good high, and I don't know, man. Sometimes some people would call it manic. I don't have any like mental diagnoses, but I definitely do go through like what feels like manic episodes where I'm like in extreme depressed mode or extremely like confident and ready to crush and just like nothing can stop me. And I'm really trying to like, if I'm in the crush mode, I really try to like I want to say, yeah, take advantage of it. I was gonna say like maybe not over, I could definitely over leverage myself in those moments, and commit to too much and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm in a low and I'm having to like realize that like damn, like you're committing to too much, you have too much pressure, there's too much stuff that you have to deal with now. And it's like I'm kind of talking to my past self who was in a good mood at the time and was confident and knew he could take care of something, that I'm like past that, and now I'm talking to that person as a, I'm not feeling like confident like I can take care of everything that I've committed to. And yeah, it can feel like you're two people at sometimes. That's something I definitely go through. It's always me, don't get me wrong, it's definitely me. I struggle with keeping that like median self going. And so when I am in these higher levels of confidence and just I feel good about what it is that I'm doing. I feel like, I can talk to anybody I want. I could sell anything I want. I can be the best version of me. And in those moments, I realize like at some point this year that like, when I'm in those moments, I need to like really take advantage of how I feel about myself and how I feel like I can communicate an authentic version of me that I want people to see this version of me. I want to be communicating with customers like the way that I'm communicating now. I want to be making relationships based on the me of now that is feeling confident about myself and feeling like I can do it, and that people want to work with me and people want to, they're excited to work with me and they trust me and all that kind of stuff, and because if I'm not in that mood and I do get into like a depressive mode, like I won't try to do that at all. I won't talk to people. I'll procrastinate, I'll push things away. I just won't move the needle forward. And I'm just in my head, just kind of like cycling, thinking that something's going to go wrong and all this. And I get caught up in anxiety and then things, worrying about things that haven't happened yet. And that can last for a long time for me. So what I'm getting at here is that like today is one of those days where even though I'm going through a lot of stuff right now and a lot of things I feel like are out of my control, I still have hit like a couple really good moments today. Like one, we're me and my partner, framing partner, we're doing an addition in Ann Arbor, and I met with the architect today over at that job. We haven't been there in a second, honestly, because there was like a lull in the scheduling and permitting and stuff, and we can't really do our job yet. So I've been, doing other stuff. I've been in the print shop. I've been, shooting videos. I've been just kind of having fun, setting up some back end stuff, doing some marketing and things like that, which have been great. You know what I mean? I try to stay busy no matter what. Anyway, we met with this architect, and he's an award-winning architect out of Boston. So it's been nice to actually chat with him throughout the project and just kind of get an idea of how like a good architect does their job, and a good communicator. He's a good communicator, and him and I have our personalities just seem to work together, and it was good. So we met with him and went over some of the job because he was actually in town, and it was nice because I'm like, I've been framing for about 5 years. I can built houses, and I've built mostly additions, but I've been in it, man. I have been in places a lot of people would not want to be in, and I've gotten us through it, and sometimes I don't give myself enough credit for those things, and realizing like, yeah, dude, you've come really far in 5 years, as far as you know never really swinging a hammer, building a house before, to now being like a licensed residential builder in Michigan, in 5 years. Like that, I mean, that's far. Like you got to give yourself credit when you have earned the thing. I don't necessarily feel like, oh, I'm this like massively like successful builder and experienced carpenter and all that kind of stuff, which, because I'm not, but I do have a lot of experience. And you know, maybe maybe I'll finally give myself some credit to be able to accept the fact that I have earned a bit of grace. And maybe you don't have to earn grace, but whatever, for myself. So maybe I'll get there. But either way, today was really nice because I had basically an award-winning architect who has super detailed prints, is very hands-on, is very smart, very knowledgeable, been doing it for 30 years. He's on the job site for the first time after we started this job. And we've been chatting and all this stuff, and just we started out in the garage where we're not finished. Like there's a lot of stuff that's like not whatever. So we're starting to figure all that stuff out and pretty much pull it apart. There's nothing to show, as far as our build, but we got inside. It was nice because he was like, yeah, like I'm so glad it looks this good. I'm so glad it's worked out, because the customer is one of his friends. So he's kind of invested to that degree as well. But he was like, yeah, I'm super glad that you guys have taken care of this, and it worked, and it looks great. Like, the addition, it's a bump out in a kitchen. It's about 5 foot and like 100 square feet addition. Not big, but some skylights, and there was a lot to it. And there was a lot of figuring out on my part to just like try to see the thing to the end, and see the end goal in mind. And he was just like, yeah, dude, like the fact that your new walls plane in with the existing, and the fact that it's like 100-year-old house and we got it to plane really well. And just everything turned out really, really great in his eyes. And like, to me, honest to God, like it was like a serious like weight like off my shoulders, like, because I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. I know that my work is good, but it doesn't matter if it's good if it's not like done to the way that it needs, that somebody's vision had in mind or whatever. It just felt great to kind of get that sort of reassurance, and maybe just, yeah, it's external validation, but I kind of need that. I don't necessarily realize that, like, maybe I do like seek that a little bit, and I kind of need people to be like, no, dude, like it's good. Like what you're doing is good. Because if it were up to me in my head, it would never be good. I would never be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I would always be behind. It's actually Tyler calling me. It would never be good enough, and nothing's ever good enough for me. And it's like one of those things where it's like, dude, it is good enough. And whether it's working or not, it's not for lack of trying, right? It's not for, you are putting your best foot forward because you care. Like and I was talking with the customer that was there, and I was like, we really do want, because they have moved out, and it's like, we want you to be able to move back into your house, man. It's going to get cold soon. And it's like, we want to take care of this for you. And it's like, granted, we have a builder in between us in that customer, but it's like, hey, I just want to tell you that, like, yeah, as the as the sub for your builder that you've hired, like we're in your camp, and we want to make sure that this goes well for you. And it's nice. And he really was like, I'm really appreciative of your professionalism, and just the fact that like you guys really obviously care. You're not faking that. And I know there's been some hiccups, and I know it's been this, that, and this. And it's like, he just really appreciated it. And it just kind of makes me really realize that, like, if I can really get my shit together, get out of my head, and get into a mindset that like I can help people because I actually care, dude, like I can be such a success in whatever it is that I do. I think anybody in any industry, in any service, in anything that you're doing, like, just think about your customer. Think about what they're going through, and think about what it means to them to have a job well done, and to what it means to make the money that they have go as far as they can make it go. Make them know that you're in their camp. Make it obvious to them that their job matters to you. And as long as everybody's on the same page, and there's communication, whether things go wrong or not, just always be there for your customer, and obviously within means, and make sure, like, you got to make sure you're getting paid what it is that you need to get paid. But it's like giving somebody the service of actually giving an F. It's so priceless in this day. And I've realized it. Like, this guy is going through so much over this build, the homeowner, and it's like you can just tell, like, he's not happy with the GC, and I'm not happy with the GC. None of us are. One of the project managers has quit during this job. Like, they're done. Like, one of our project managers on the job, luckily there's two that are in the loop on it, but like she quit the job. She quit her job over some of the jobs she's having to deal with. But during this one, it's just one of those like realization moments that, you know what, like if I can keep going and I can stick it out and grow the skin that is required to be like a successful builder, we're going to be super successful because we're going to create a track record of honesty and integrity and build relationships with people that they have put so much on the line to try to visualize and bring their dreams to reality. And to make that happen for people is really the goal. So it's not just about anything's about making money. Yeah, would I smash a hammer on wood all day if I wasn't making money? I don't know, maybe. It's kind of fun. But like I probably wouldn't, right? You wouldn't do something if there wasn't the money there, but then you have to realize like where's the real value? Like what value can you really bring beyond just a paycheck or whatever. So I think I just had that feeling today and I felt like, damn, this is a good video. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm feeling like pretty good today, just better. I'm going through a lot of stuff in the back end and dealing with things that I'm like, I just wish, sir, whatever. You can't control everything, but I'm just trying to see the silver lining in this today and just realize like, you got like a huge compliment today, dude, and like run it up a little bit, like feel good about that, take it and like put it in the bank, brother, because you earned that, you deserve it, and it's okay to feel like somebody else, a stranger, a guy who's been doing it for 30 years and works with countless builders is on my job site I just met is going, I'm so happy that this looks as good as it does. Like, this is awesome. Thank you. Right? Because it's for his buddy. And it's like, that makes me feel awesome. That's going to go a long way in my world. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. I'm going to keep doing videos like this. I don't know if I bring any other value to you. I don't know if what I'm talking about is relatable. If it helps you kind of figure out, what you're going through and help to see silver linings and maybe something that you went through today or yesterday or whatever, something you're going through in your life. Let me know how this touches you. I want to create a connection between the you and the me, right? I want to bring value because I feel like what I'm doing in this world does have value. And I feel like what you're doing in this world has value to your people and to you and to me. So let's talk, let's chat. So I'll see you there.